Welcome to the third half, everybody. Freddie, who's next?
Tommy, our next guest is Mr. Tim Key.
All right. Hello. You have a surprisingly firm handshake.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know, you give the vibe of a man who would be quite loose.
Yours was loose.
You judging me? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Were you ill recently?
Was I ill?
Yeah, did you have a bad something or other?
I was pretty ill at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, I got diagnosed with a malignant melanoma. Is that what you were thinking of?
What I wasn't thinking of anything specifically, but what is that?
Well, it's like a skin cancer. So, well, what originally happened was I was doing a gig.
Yeah.
And in the gig, I started the show wearing my suit, but then in my show I changed my clothes, and I end up in little denim shorts and a Hawaiian shirt, and I ended up stood on the stairway in the auditorium, and then next to me was a GP, and then the next day the GP sent an email to my agent saying, "Love the show, but he should go and see his GP as soon as possible." So I went to the GP, and then she referred me straight away to hospital. And then the consultant said he wanted to operate that day to remove it. Is that what you're thinking of?
Well, I don't understand. Like I said, I didn't have any Jesus.
Yeah.
Are you okay now?
Yeah. I thought that was a decent opener.
And that's the greatest opening we've had over the 10 years. That's just like...
So then, when I was kind of recovered, I then dug out the email from the doctor, who'd emailed my agent to thank her. So, and the only detail I got wrong is she hadn't said she'd enjoyed the show.
That was probably harder to take.
What did I do wrong? It's not easy, is it, our job?
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Was that the movie that came out in the past couple of months?
Yeah.
Was that in and around the same time, or was this well before it, or...?
So, well, that one was... no, that happened around about 2018, 17, something like that. And then, yeah, we made the film in 2023,
Wow.
I
Okay,
think.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I'm okay.
Thank God, like...
Yeah, yeah.
What is it? What is a... Like, what did the doctor see, do you think?
Well, she saw what I'd always thought was like a birthmark, but then what happened was I think it started to change, and then luckily the GP had my back. But yeah, so it was like a raised birthmark, and then that had to be removed, and then they also removed some lymph nodes, and then put me on a course of treatment. So got rid of everything and then scanned me, so there was no cancer, and then put me on a course of treatment for a year.
I'm thinking about your skills as an actor from seeing you in the thing with Steve Coogan, the Alan Partridge chat show thing,
Yeah.
the host of that.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in decisions that you make when you're doing stuff like that. Because it's quite underplayed or something, or it's soft, or it's not. You're not trying to, claim the space. That's a very sensitive antenna or something that you have. Do you think about the way you play things?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think with that one, it's a very specific job because I'm working with Steve Coogan, and him playing Alan Partridge. That's kind of like, it's quite a horrific combination, and it's a lot for me to be offered the job was kind of mad, because that I would say is my favourite.
Yeah.
And it would be bad enough that he'd just asked me to work with him. Not bad enough. I mean, it's quite good. It's a good opportunity. But
Well, the two words you've used to describe it so far are horrific and bad.
Yeah, so it's moving in the right direction. In a minute, it's going to be okay. It's the same principle as my treatment. So then, so doing it, the technicality of it is quite interesting because the first time we did it, we were in like a tiny studio, and it's very, very intense because the director then closes the door because it was in a radio studio. That's where it's set, and we did it in an actual radio studio, and like with 2 fixed cameras. So now I'm just sat there much closer than you and I are sat now, with Alan Partridge, which is like, I don't know, it's like a sort of direct hit of your absolute hero, and you're that far away. And actually, a lot of the shots kind of rely on the fact that you're in each other's grills and there's no space. Some people have been very nice about my performance, and it's that nervousness and stuff, but there's a lot of it that I'm just like, you know, handing over from my life onto the screen, where I'm genuinely in awe of this person, and I'm genuinely scared that I'm going to ruin it. And that's what I'm thinking, and that's what Psychic Simon is thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the guts and the kind of willpower it took to make a movie that you'd written.
Yeah, so we made... Have you seen it?
No.
So we made a short film in 2007, and I don't think that took too much guts or willpower because it's just a short film. So to make the feature, I think we were very lucky. It was an adaptation of that short film. I didn't have much fear at all about any of it. I think from the start of once we wrote it, and I wrote it with Tom Basden. Once we wrote it, I was reading the script and I thought I could totally imagine this being a feature film. You never know completely, but I mean, I've got lots of self-doubt in lots of it, but I did think, I always thought if I wrote a script, the question was whether I was able to write a script, but I felt if I wrote a script, in this case with Tom, where I really loved it and really believed in it, I thought then there'd be no reason why it shouldn't be made and maybe be good.
How long did it take to write?
About 6 weeks. But it took an incubation period of
course, yeah.
17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we with those characters that we had in the short film, I think we had complete faith that they were like, they're quite interesting. And me and Tom, we were in a sketch group years ago, and so we've learnt each other's rhythms over the years.
Do you still enjoy stand-up?
I don't know. I mean, I did it last night and I just loved it. I do love doing it, but I feel like maybe sometimes it takes out... You put quite a lot of yourself into it.
Mm-hmm. And how much of the show would be poem-based?
This one, there's 18 poems. It's usually 18 poems. Yeah, I start when I do my first warm-up or first preview on scratch night. I start with about 50. Actually, a full deck of playing cards. I read them off playing cards, and I do that and talk in between them, and then gradually it just gets whittled down until I've got 18 that I've complete faith in.
What's your not so what's your comic character, but what is the thing that you're looking for that makes you laugh in a poem? Is it about vulnerability? Is it about being strange? Is it...
I don't know. I mean, sometimes something unexpected will happen in a poem. But then sometimes, I certainly when I first started writing them, there'd be stuff where nothing unexpected is happening, and it's sort of almost the joke in itself is that I'm reading this thing out. I do remember that was like a big part of it when I started, where it would just be about like two people like coming across each other on a hill and curtsying, and you're like, I mean, that's a disgrace that I'm reading that out. And because I'd tried stand-up before, and it had been like, I'd found it really hard, just like literally jokes, and I'd done it and I just hadn't worked out what my voice was, and this stuff really unlocked it.
It's character comedy, like.
No, I don't think it is. Not
Really?
now. No, not now. Then it was.
Yeah.
Because I also played it drunk, so I was like, my suit was ill-fitting, and that it would have been about 2005, or 4 or 5. And then around about 2009, I switched into like a smarter suit. My friend came and watched the gig and said she thinks it would be better if my character's more dignified. And then I stopped. I'd already stopped pretending to be drunk by that point. But now it was more, no, it wasn't character. It's like a persona. I mean, you don't know it at the start, or because of coming it from that direction, of it being a bit more of a character. It is strange to think where you're trying to get to, but I do think you need to try and get to something where there's a lot of yourself in it. And so now I think I can sort of, there are probably bits where I'm kind of having my cake and eating it, but largely, yeah, I think there's quite a lot of me in there, I think.
And does it feel like there is a lot to write about? Like, is the well always full when you go to write?
Oh, no. But with this, there was a lot. It was just kind of unpicking how to do it. What was strange is I had written a show when I was ill, and it was called The Wars, because I was in the wars. I was kind of merrily going along doing it as a work in progress, and doing it a lot in London, just hammering away at it. And it was getting better and better. I really did like it by the end. But then I just thought, I don't know whether I can do this at this precise moment. And then lockdown. Yeah, so it's kind of a lost one. But there's, in the new show, there's some of that is still, there's elements of that still stay.
Yeah. So as you were saying that, it seemed to me that when you came out, first of all, and I asked you about the illness, you were genuinely, you looked like you were, what? Like uncomfortable. And do you have a sense of there's stuff that you don't want to happen in public or in conversation or on stage, or like, are you guarded or sensitive in that way or something?
I mean, you know, what happened was, you asked me that, and so I did all of that stuff and then got the all clear from that situation.
Yeah.
Then there's 4 years of like MRI scans and CT scans every 3 months just to check I was okay. Then I got the all clear, hugged it out with my doctor, and then a year later, which is last December, I found another lump in my hip, and I had all the tests and all of that stuff, and then got diagnosed again with cancer.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't told anyone. Like, I've never talked about it in public.
Yeah.
And so it did feel like it felt like a big place to start. And so with that one, I had an operation it's a year ago. So last February, and they removed that tumour. And then I started a course of immunotherapy in March of last year. And so every 3 weeks I do this immunotherapy. exactly the same as last time. They removed everything and they scanned everything. So I don't have cancer now.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the treatment for that, and I've been very fortunate. And when it happened, it was all completely and utterly entangled with the release of our film. So I got diagnosed, I think, in the January, and then that night I did my show, which was talking about, at one point in my show, I'm talking about when I got diagnosed with cancer 5 years ago. And then I did that show for a week, then went to Sundance for the film festival, and then we opened the film, and then I just remember being on stage with Griff, and who directed it, and Carey Mulligan, who's in it, and Tom Basden. I mean, there's a sort of numbness about it because it sort of feels impossible that these two things are happening at the same time, where I don't know how emotional I would have been in Sundance. It's at altitude, it's in the mountains. And there was a lot going on, and I was so overwhelmed that we made our film and that it was going well. So it probably would have done it on its own. And yeah, there was like one interview where I just slightly lost it.
I'm not surprised, because it sounds like being a double agent or something. It sounds...
Well, it is slightly. I mean, it's weird when you ask the question at the start where I didn't quite know what to do with the question, because you can say, no, I'm fine. I mean, that's another way of doing it. I could say, yeah, no, I'm fine. How are you? But I thought maybe you might have read something or something.
I can't remember. I have no idea how it got into my head.
It's the handshake.
Yeah.
How weak was it?
It was very strong. That's what alarmed me. What's he pretending?
Yeah. This guy's covering an illness up.
The treatment and the illness story, alongside the kind of the jet taking off in the film world, sounds like a movie.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I kind of felt like, when I was in hospital, I thought it felt like I write books as well, like little books of kind of poetry and dialogue. And I was thinking when I was inside there that there's definitely a book. I just couldn't... It was so interesting, like, experiencing both those things. They were on consecutive weekends, the Sundance and then the operation. And so it felt... It's quite... I mean, you don't really have to be someone working in our job to notice the similarities. They're, like, quite stark, where you're, like, getting a chauffeur-driven car in one chapter, and over here I'm on a line bike, and then over here you're like being given this amazing food and drinks, and here there's this sort of grey plate of mints, and then you've got these amazing PR girls who are like taking you places and stuff like that, and the nurses, and then you've got the premiere and you've got the operation. It is completely wild. You've got this 5-star hotel they're putting you up in. You've got this hospital ward where there's one guy who's like quite rude. But maybe, I mean, now even talking to you about it, it's obviously because it's my life and you don't know anything about it. With friends, you sort of chip away at things and you talk about small elements of it. But to give the whole, I'd never really talked about the whole year. So maybe it is more, maybe there's a chance it could be a feature.
What kind of stuff makes you laugh?
I know it's bad, but I think probably the thing I watch most is The Office. And just keep going back to it again and again and again. I must have watched those, there's only 14 episodes. I just kind of, there's something comforting about it, but I'm not probably, to be fair, sitting roaring at a sitcom.
No. It's been quite the chat.
There was a lot going on.
Hasn't it?
Well, I think you should open with Ill again. Gets you places.
I don't want to become predictable.
I don't think you were. So you were surprising.
Thanks for coming on, and thanks very much for talking to me.
Real pleasure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome back